Hi, Mr. Unkert here, reviewing Khan Academy's Matrices as Transformations assignment. So let's take a look at this first problem. It says the 2 by 2 transformation that is represented in the drawing below rotates the solid square by 270 degrees to make the dotted square. Okay, so let's remember the general form of a rotation. That's going to be the cosine of the angle. So in this case, 270 degrees. Over here we have the negative sine of the angle. Here we just have the sine of the angle. And here we have cosine. Okay, so one thing, cosine of 270 is going to be 0 because the adjacent side is effectively 0. So 0 over the hypotenuse is 0. Now, maybe you wouldn't know that, though. So one of the tools that you can use, well, they don't give you one. So you have to figure it out. So one of the tools you can use is a TI-83. Okay. You could also Google what's the cosine of 270 and it would give it to you. Now, the sine, the opposite side is going to be effectively -1. So the sine is going to be sine of 270 degrees is going to be -1. All right. So we're going to have 0 here and here. The negative of -1 here, which is going to be +1, and then a -1 here. So we'll put 0, 0, 1, -1, and 0. Okay. So, yeah, these two are 0. This is the negative of -1, so +1. And this is just -1. Okay, let's check. Nice. Energy points. Day's looking good. Guys, if there is sound in the background, I am, there's construction in the apartment below. So sorry about that. Okay, so let's look at the second problem. It says each drawing below represents the result of a transformation that maps the solid square, which is the pink, to the dotted square, which is blue. Which of the following represents a transformation defined by t equals -1, 0, 0, -1? Okay. So what's going to happen here is that the x coordinate, we were to take this out. I'm going to think of this. We multiplied. That's not letting me write. All right, let me hold on one sec. Yeah, I can't write in the answers here. If we multiplied this by xy, by some point, we're going to get -1 times x plus 0 times y, which is just going to be -x. And then 0 times x plus -1 times y, so we'll get -y. So we'll essentially just get the x and the y, and actually this is a rotation. We'll get the x and the y rotating 180 degrees. So essentially this is a 180 degree rotation. So this here is a contraction. This is just not rotating, reflecting over the y-axis. So that's no good. Here we go. See, rotation of 180 degrees, and this is also this is not it. This is a reflection over the line y equals x. So I'm going to pick this one. Now, another way to think of this is 180 degrees. Well, what's the cosine of 180 degrees? It's -1. So we have cosine of 180. Cosine of 180. Sine of 180 degrees is 0. So 0 and 0. -0 is still 0. So it's a rotation of 180 degrees. Okay. All right. Let's look at the next question. Okay. So now this one's a little different. This one is a reflection. Okay. Over the line. Over the y-axis, not over the y-axis. So to do that, basically what we're doing is we're taking some matrix. Let's call it A, B, C, D. We're going to multiply it by XY. And we're going to get AX plus BY. Bear with me at this drawing tool. And then CX plus DY. Okay, so now we got to solve for A, B, C, and D. So, but what we want to happen is we want XY to go to basically -X, Y. Because really the only thing that's changing from this is the X coordinate. So to do that, we have to have AX plus BY equal -X. And CX plus DY equal just Y. So in this case, the X's have to, and the X here has to go away, the Y here has to go away. So B and C are going to be equal to 0. So B equals 0, C equals 0. A is going to have to equal -1, so A equals -1. And actually, let me move this over here so I kind of have that matrix form. So C equals 0. And dy equals y, so d is going to have to be just plain old 1. Okay, so now we've got our matrix, so we can fill it in here. So we're going to go -1, 0, 1, and 0. And let's just bring that back. Let's make sure. Yep, -1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, let's check it. All right, we're doing good. Last question. Okay, so each drawing represents a transformation from the solid square to the dotted square. Okay, this is a dilation, general form of dilation. We're dilating it by a factor of 1/4, so it's getting smaller. So it looks like A. Let's just check. B is getting larger. That's not going to work. Okay. C is a rotation. That's not going to work. And D is actually a translation. So that's not going to work. So we're going to look for A. And that's basically it. That's how you would do this con assignment. It's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, comment in the comments below. But it's basically you're doing either a dilation, a rotation, or in this case, we had a problem with a reflection over the y-axis. Anyways, I hope this video helps, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.